If you are a radio host and you don't think you have a relationship with the listener and your audience, then you're fooling yourself, because it is the most important relationship. And so you're forming a bond with your listeners, whether you've met them or not. But more importantly, they're forming a relationship with you. But I think the secret is to really be real with our listeners. Well, my career in radio was quite by accident, to be honest. I knew when I graduated from high school, Kennedy Collegiate, I knew that I wanted to go into some kind of PR or marketing or dealing with people or a place where I could talk. And then I ran into an old schoolmate of mine, and she worked at AM 580 CKWW, and she said, we're looking for a producer, radio producer. And I ended up getting the job. And then it was a learn as you go experience. I produced a radio talk show. And then I would work weekends, picking up shifts here and there and reporting on weekends from events. And, all these little things until Cam Gardner came back to town, took over the morning show, and there was an opening for a traffic reporter. And so, jack of all trades, I just kind of slotted into that position. And Cam and I got along really well. We really hit it off. And he wanted a permanent co-host, and he thought that I would be great for it. And so he really pushed that with the general manager, sort of expanding my position from traffic reporter to, stick around after your report and we'll chit-chat a little bit. And so that's what happened, and the rest is sort of history 38 years later.
Lisa is the type of person, the type of woman, or the type of mom that I think everybody would like to have. She's a type of person that's outgoing, that's very personable, and not into herself, but into what everybody else is. And I think that her on air shows how much she supported the community, because she would work 3 till 11 and then come home for an hour or two and then back out at work and then volunteering at schools, at events. So she volunteers a lot and she cares about her community.
I have been very lucky to have worked with 2 people for a great deal of time who I connected with. With Cam, he was really my mentor in radio and taught me a lot about, what it means to be on the air and to be real and to show your personality and to share a show with somebody and to share opinions. And so that was a lot of fun. And the same thing with Mike. Mike took over from Cam and really fit in well. And that was really, if you ask me, a miracle, because that doesn't happen often.
Well, last 20 years with Lisa, it was amazing. It was an amazing run. It's pretty rare to have a morning show with 2 people, the same host, for that long. Like, it's still shocking to me that it was 20 years and that it went by so quickly. We had so much fun in the morning, off air as well. We'd have so many laughs with whoever's producing the show. And that's kind of what sticks out, and what you kind of miss now that Lisa's retired, is the fact that we don't have that relationship anymore like we used to. We still talk, on the side, but it's not the same as seeing her every day.
I think a lot of women find it difficult to balance career and family. When you have a job that requires you to wake up at 3 a.m., I think it's a little bit more difficult, at least it was for me. I had a lot of support.
I thought I only wanted to have 2 kids, and then I met Lisa, and then we now have our 4 kids together. So having a full family and 6 of us at a dinner table, listening to the banter of all 4 kids is a lot of fun. And one of the things that Lisa and I like the most is family moments. And I'm one, and Lisa's one. We're built on family, and family's number one.
I think the people who had the most influence on me were my parents. I mean, I don't think that's out of the ordinary, right? They are the people who laid the foundation. And my father, the University of Windsor professor, my mother stayed at home with us kids while we grew up, but then when we were old enough, she did a whole lot for the community, president of the International Freedom Festival, one of the co-founding members of the Windsor-Essex Cancer Center Foundation. She was also a city councilor for 10 years. So they were both pretty active in the community and really taught me the meaning of hard work.
Lisa getting the Lifetime Achievement Award, I think, is so well deserved. You see what she's done in her career, and you see what she's done for the city and how much she's done for this entire area. The countless events and volunteering that she's done over the years. So hard to even fathom how many events she's been to, how many galas and golf tournaments and charity events and things like that. And I think, that's why she's receiving this award from the Chamber for the Lifetime Achievement Award, is because she gave back so much. And now it's time to give her something.
You do a job in a little studio with no windows, and you don't really see who's listening, and you don't really comprehend sometimes the impact that you might have on your community. But I'll tell you, there is no better feeling than, to be given an award like this. So I want to thank the Chamber so much for choosing me this year. It's a very humbling experience. And of course, I want to share it with the community because, that's who I connect with the most. I think that has been, the backbone of my career is Windsor-Essex. So, yeah, thank you.